What up, what up, what up? Some tunes playing. Sweet. What's happening? What's happening? You folks are actually up. I didn't think anybody was going to be up, but it is what it is. We're going to chat for a little bit. I'll give it a few minutes for some people to come on. For those who just got off of their primetime TV shows and all that good stuff. Give them some time to join us. Grab some water. We'll probably be here for like 30 minutes, just sharing some good information with you guys. A lot of you who are my followers are internet marketers, network marketers. You got online businesses and so forth and so on. So I'm gonna drop some nuggets real fast. Probably gonna start doing this every evening. I think it's something that's necessary. So what I want you to guys, for who's watching, what I need you to do real quick is simply just type, I can hear you. Make sure you guys can hear me. Let me know where you're calling in from. Let me know where you're watching this from, what city, state, whatever the case may be, while we give it a few more minutes for some other people to chime on to the call. All right, dope. So we just got some people just watching. Then we got some creepers too who are watching, but they haven't introduced themselves, but it's cool. All right, cool deal. Philadelphia, good. You can hear me, fantastic. Because if you've been doing internet marketing at some point in your career, when you start doing webinars and conference calls, you're gonna do a call that's gonna be muted, and you're gonna rock that call. And then once the call is over, you're gonna realize it was muted, and nobody heard you. So I've done that several times over the course of the last 8 years. But it's just one of those things. It's one of those things that happen. But for those who are joining, we're starting this late night motivation series. I'm probably going to be pretty consistent with this every night around this time, sharing some knowledge about internet marketing, some information about business and so forth and so on. What's going on, Nicole? I see Nicole. I see my man Slick. Thanks, guys, for joining in. You can share the call if you want to for those who are on now. But I'm definitely going to drop some nuggets. We're going to be here for about 30 minutes or whatever the mood sets us and brings us, whatever the case may be. But over the course of the last 8 years, I've done multiple different things. And one of the things that's been pretty consistent is internet marketing. I've had my ups, I've had my downs. Made some money, lost some money, did a lot of different things with internet marketing. A lot of people are joining. What's up, James? What's up, Izzy? What's up, Sue? Some really powerful people are on this call tonight. So I appreciate you guys for joining us and sharing this. We're going to drop a few nuggets, three important things that, you definitely need to focus on. If you're building a business, you're just trying to simply change your life. You're trying to get into internet marketing. There's 3 things that you definitely need to focus on, and I'm going to share those with you. I don't know what area of internet marketing you're in. Maybe you're not even in internet marketing. And what up, Sue? But there's a lot of components. There's the affiliate component. There's the component where you have your own products, and then there's the component where you just simply, the affiliate product is where you sell other people's stuff. You can sell your own stuff. You can build your own brand, whatever the case may be. I don't know what you're interested in. Maybe you work for a certain company and you're trying to find a certain type of person, a lead that would be interested in buying your product. The cool thing about the internet is that you can find those people. You can find those people, hanging out in various different parts of the internet. And all it takes is you getting your message in front of them. That's really going to change the game as far as, how many leads you collect, how many sales you make, and so forth and so on. But you got to understand your customer dynamic, right? You got to understand what you want from your audience. Right. And you got to start building an audience around that. All right. Around what they want. And once you start building an audience around what they want and what you got, you can start communicating to them more. So like a lot of my fans and friends are internet marketers. They stopped by my blog. They saw some videos that I put on the internet. And I talked about some things that they were interested in. So they connected with me, and I kept sharing that value over time. And what happens is, they say, that guy there, he knows what he's talking about internet marketing per se, maybe network marketing, another niche that I play around in. So all these different things and areas you want to focus on. But tonight is really about, what made the shift. How can an average dude from Massapequa, New York, Amityville, New York, Long Island, New York, right? How can this average dude go from 0 to 7K in 14 days? Utilizing simple internet marketing, utilizing simple videos. It's a very, very, very simple recipe that I'm going to share with you tonight. And if you keep coming every week, not even every week, every night, I think I'm gonna start doing these on a nightly basis. I think it's something that's necessary to really get some things going. And by the end of this here live stream, I'm gonna share some really dope information with you that's going to you're either going to lock arms with me or you're not. But first and foremost, the first thing you really need to focus on when you're trying to build anything, I don't care if it's online or offline, the first thing is your education, and not just simply collegiate education. Warriors, I got people from back home on the call. That's dope. But not just collegiate education, but education in your niche. Right? How much do you know about your niche? Right? How much do you know about your audience? Right? How much? I mean, really, how intimate have you gotten with that audience? Right? How much details can you put yourself? What up, Rose? Oh my God, another heavy hitters on this thing. This is so cool. Can you really put yourself in the seat of your customers? Right? Can you put yourself in the seat of the people who want to buy something from you? Can you put yourself in that seat? If you can put yourself in that seat and be them, and either pretend to be them, or maybe you were them at one point. If you can put yourself in that position, that's your customer, and you need to find them, right? But you got to educate yourself. I spent over $40,000 maybe over the last 8 years educating myself about internet marketing, utilizing different systems and branding and blogging. And you know what? I didn't even have to spend that much. I was just so excited about what I was doing and so passionate about what I was doing that I did it. And it's funny how as people will spend $40,000 without even thinking about it on a college degree that you might not even use. And if you can see behind me, like I got, there's between me and my wife, there's a ton of degrees on the wall. But she's in her field. She's doing her thing with her degrees. Me, not so much. Just my personality. It wasn't the place for me. I was an entrepreneur. I wanted to create. Even the career that I'm in now, I'm in law enforcement during the day, and 24/7 I'm an internet marketer because the internet just doesn't shut down. But even in that field, I can be creative. I can, do my own thing out there on the street, just as long as I get the job done. But I had to educate myself, number one. So make sure you focus on that piece, that educational piece. That's still a great accomplishment. Good luck. Yeah, absolutely. You got to go through something. Whether you're getting your degrees, whether you're going through a boot camp to get into your career, where you're going through the orientation and training process, you're building your business from scratch. Whatever it is, it's a process that you got to go through, and you got to understand that process, and you got to love that process. If you don't love that process that you're going through, the ups and downs, the dirty stuff, if you don't love that process, you will never be able to make it to that point where you're making your $1 million a year. You won't ever get there, right? You got to love that dirty stuff. You got to love when things just go wrong, because now it gives you an opportunity to be creative and figure it out. Because everything that you figure out, you get just that much smarter, and you get just that much smarter faster. That's why people with street smarts, they can get in, do the hustle and bustle, get it done, because they just used to doing things off the whim. And you as an entrepreneur, an upcoming entrepreneur, a sales manager, you got to understand that process and love that process, because it's going to get dirty. If you really want to go from 0 to 7K in 14 days or 0 to $1 million in 12 months, you got to get dirty, right? You got to go through you got to pick up the phone. You might have to talk to some people online. The crazy thing about my audience, the internet marketers, they seem to think that this internet thing is simply a click and play thing. It's really not. It's a grind. It really is. Something like, doing these videos, that's a grind. Some people really, sometimes you're not in the mood to pick up your phone and shoot a video and give some value, but you know that it's part of the process and it's part of the grind, and you have to. But once you do it so often and so many times, it becomes just a part of you, and you can't go to sleep without doing it, right? You got to get yourself to that point in your business, in your career, wherever it is, whatever you're doing, you got to get yourself to that point where you can't go to sleep unless you've done those three things that are most important. And those three things in me, I call it contacting people, and contacting people, because you can't go from 0 to 7K, 0 to $1 million without contacting people. All right. So education, absolutely key. Whatever you got to do, go to a training seminar, buy a product, right? Constantly watch videos from the same person that you're learning from. Constantly absorb that information, and not only just absorb that information, but apply it. Because I know you heard it before. Only the application of knowledge is powerful. Only the application of that knowledge is going to create momentum for you, because that's what we all ultimately trying to get to, momentum. And once you get there, man, the dynamics of your life literally shift and change. That's how I went from a 2-bedroom apartment to a 3,000 square foot home, over the course of a few months, because what? Education. You got to learn what you're getting involved in, right? You got to learn, and you got to be good at it, and you got to go hard at it, right? Hard at it, no matter what, hard at it, every single day, on the clock, clockwork, get it done. I always say, do 3 things. Do 3 things every single day that are going to make you money. What happens is we avoid doing those 3 things every single day because they are the hardest part of our day. They're the hardest part of our day because we got to talk to somebody. We got to send somebody a message, right? We got to sell ourselves to somebody in some way, shape, or form. And because they're the hardest thing to do, people don't do them. But it's the hardest things that you do that's going to make you the person that you need to be, that's going to help you create the life that you deserve. Okay? Number 1, that's education. Number 2 is exposure. When you're in business, sales, business, network marketing, internet marketing, you need exposure, right? There's so many ways to get exposure. And the thing is, I think that so many people don't make a plan to do it because they're just so overwhelmed with so many different things to do. Simplify your life, simplify your business, focus on 3. Pick 3 things. I do videos. I love them. I love the talk. I love the chat. That's my thing. I focused on it. Even when I sucked at it, I still focused on it, because you have to, right? That's the only way you're going to get better at something. That's the only way you're going to get the exposure that you need. A contact list of some sort. The internet is so full of target markets, but you got to understand what that market is. And, I know a lot of people saw the title of this video and they thought I was just going to, hey, this is what you do. Right? This is what you do. It's just a lot of dynamics to it. You got to know what you're doing. You got to be educated. And number 2, you got to get the exposure you deserve. And you got to pick a niche. Some people are really good at videos. Some people are really good at writing, right? Some people are really good at being on the phone. Whatever it is, pick your thing and start exposing yourself to the people that are going to be interested in you, be interested in your product. Even if you're looking for a career shift, you're looking for a new job, right? You're looking for a new career, you still have to expose yourself to the people that's going to be able to hire you. Maybe you're at your career, you're at a certain place, and you're like, man, I can do that job better than my boss. But there's something there that's missing. That's not allowing you to get to that next point. And that's that lack of exposure, right? You aren't talking to the people that you need to talk to. I remember when I was running group homes, my first year as a group home manager, my first year as a group home just employee, I wanted to be an assistant manager. They said you had to be here for like 12 months. I said 12 months, by like 60 days, I knew what the hell I was doing. I was like, this is easy. And so by like the 6th month I applied. They was like, Mike, you got to be here for 12 months for you to apply. I applied. Anyway, I went on an interview and everything just for them to tell me that I had to be there for a year. I came back at 8 months. 8 months, same thing. They said, Mike, you had to be here for 12 months, right? I'm applying. By the 12th month, they called me because they knew I was interested. I exposed myself. I put myself out there. I said, listen, I want this. You got to give this to me, right? There's nobody else better than the job than me. And guess what? I'm willing to keep coming back. I'm going to keep knocking on your door. It's just going to keep knocking on your door. And every year, I think after that, I got a promotion. Every year after that. And it wasn't because I just applied for it. They knew. They said, that guy, we want that guy to keep climbing. We want that guy to stay with us. When you become that person that keeps knocking on the door, people will do anything in the world to keep you there. Right? It's like an athlete, right? Somebody like a Michael Jordan, right? A Kobe Bryant. The team would do anything to keep him there. They would give him the right team, the necessary people that he needs around him to get it done. But you got to expose yourself to the people who can make those things happen, right? Even in internet marketing, sometimes you got to put yourself out there and show people like, I'm hungry. I want to get this done. I don't know everything, but I want to get this done. Right. And I'm going out there into the marketplace. I'm getting it done. People start to recognize you. Even, these top leaders in internet marketing who aren't on the daily chitlin train, like some of us, the chitlin train. I don't know where I got that from. But, for some of us that they're not out here on this daily grind as often as we are these days. Right, they're still watching and they're looking for those people who are hitting those plateaus and he keep blowing through those plateaus and catching that momentum. Exposure. First is education, exposure, and the next thing is experience. I always say experience because you got to, excuse my language, but you got to fuck this stuff up sometimes. Whatever it is that you're doing, you got to mess it up a little bit. Right? You should see me out there driving my cruiser, right? This is like my first year. I'm a rookie. I'm on the beat and I'm driving my cruiser like I'm missing blocks, right? Because I don't know the area like that. But it's the experience. Every time I miss a block, I remember I won't miss it next time. Right? Every time that I get on the phone with somebody, when I come home and I'm working the internet marketing business, I get on the phone with somebody. Guess what? If I said this wrong and I didn't close that sale, I'm going to switch it up next time. And when you do over 1,000 something calls over the course of the last 8 years, it's very easy to get on the phone and do what you got to do. Right? But you got to get the experience. You got to mess it up. Don't be afraid to mess things up. Some of you guys got some great ideas. And you know what? People need to see, they need to hear your ideas, right? But you can't be afraid anymore. You got to mess it up. Like, I really don't know what to do. I don't know who to call. Man, you got a phone in the palm of your hands that probably got more information and more knowledge than most people in third world countries probably ever touch, ever. And you got that power right there in the palm of your hand. All you got to do is Google how to do something. I guarantee you'll find the information. And all you have to do is stop being afraid and take that action. Take the necessary steps. That's all I did when I created my product a few years back. I created my product. I said, you know what? I don't know it all, but I know enough to create this product and I'm going to do it. I got out there into the marketplace. I started hitting those videos. I started hitting the circuit with those videos, started teaching some things, and all of a sudden, sales started rolling in, right? In the beginning, it was slow. It was tragic. It was like, dang, what am I doing this for? This is horrible, right? But I kept doing it because I had a vision. And a lot of you got a vision. You got an ideal, and you got to hold on to it. And you just got to keep beating the pavement. You got to keep knocking at the door until eventually that door is going to fall down. It's going to fall down hard, and you better be ready for what's behind it. You better be ready for all those good things that's going to happen when you catch that momentum, because that's right there. That's where people lose it, right? They work so hard, and then all of a sudden the door just opened, but they weren't really ready, right? I'm always prepared for the next step, right? While I'm working on this one, I'm always 3 steps ahead, right? I'm already focused on what's going to happen after I hit that money mark, after I hit that sales mark, right? After we finish that project, after we finish this project, I'm already on to the next one because I'm ready for that moment. That the motivational speaker, Eric Thomas, I think one of his best videos when he talked about the kid walking into the water, and he said, if you want to be successful as much as you want to breathe, right? That video, he made no money from it. One of his best videos ever. Went absolutely bananas, viral, didn't expect it, but he wasn't ready. He didn't have anything set up with YouTube. They missed millions of dollars from that one little simple thing. Got to be ready. Once you get your education, once you start exposing yourself, right? And once you start gaining that experience, you better be ready for the moment where everything just going to roll in for you, all that momentum. And then that's going to be your opportunity to do so many other things. Because honestly, money makes money. Once you start making a little bit of it, you start making a lot of it. And all of a sudden you start to do all these other things. You start to invest in other people's projects and stuff like that. But it's going to take you learning, exposing, and getting that experience every single day. This is something that you just aren't doing as a hobby. You just don't build a business as a hobby. Right? You just don't try to build a successful career as a hobby. It's not just a job. If you're going to be there, give it 150%. Even if you're leaving next year, give it 150%, because what you're doing is leaving your legacy. You're leaving a trail, right? If you talk to any of my employers, any of my coworkers over the course of the last 10 years, none of them is going to have anything bad to say about me, because I gave it 150% at every place that I was. 150%. Gave it all out massive action, right? Even though I knew that the employer, like financially, it keeps you at a certain plot. You know, you can't go too far at an employer. That's why I always had internet marketing in my back pocket, because I know that profits is going to get me to the next level, right? You can't get too far making wages. You got to make some profits if you want to take the vacations every quarter. If you want to buy the metallic blue Maserati Quattroporte with buttercream seats, right? If you want to get the 3, 4, 5, 10,000 square foot home, right? You're either making a significant amount of money. If you're making wages, you're making a significant amount of money per year, right? Not just 100 grand per year. Right? You're making a significant amount of money to live a lifestyle like that. But maybe your job is only paying you $50,000 a year. And maybe you don't want to climb the corporate ladder, but you do still have those dreams and those ambitions and those desires. It's going to take some profits in your back pocket to get you there. All right. Yo, any questions for me tonight? I'm going right now. I'm just flowing. I love this. This is dope. I'm definitely going to do this more often. I see all these latecomers that I never even seen on the internet. That's awesome. I appreciate you guys for joining us. I hope you gained something from that. Just remember, what did I say? I said education, exposure, and experience. Those three things will definitely change the dynamics of your life. Now, what I'm doing now is there's a few businesses and a few websites that I started that I'm doing away with, and I'm kind of building up from scratch again. I'm literally going to go from $0 to $1 million, and this is what's going to happen. Either you're going to watch this process or you're going to join this process, okay? And within this process, what I'm doing is I'm going to take my time every single week to create videos that are going to teach people about the fundamentals of internet marketing and how they could pretty much utilize it to get to the next level in their life, okay? The different aspects of it, how it can fit into your life, how it relates to you. Like maybe you're someone who doesn't like being on camera and video, and how can I still be involved in internet marketing? So all these different things we're going to teach you about. Maybe you have a business and you need to learn different aspects of internet marketing to market your own business. Right? Some of you guys got businesses and don't even know the power of Facebook and the things that Facebook can do for your business. Right now, as an internet marketer, I don't think you need any other platform but Facebook. I mean, the fan pages on Facebook, you can literally organize your business and your follow-up. It's amazing what you can do and how far you can market and how specific you can market. I mean, you can use Facebook to market 10 miles from where your business is, or wherever you want to do it. It's just cool for brick and mortar businesses, network marketing business, online marketing business is fantastic stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm creating a fusion network. I'm creating a fusion network where health and wealth are one. Fusion, because the health is definitely important when it comes to building wealth. You got to have good health. You got to be physically fit to only sleep 3 hours a night, still get up, go to sleep late, get up early and crush it. Whether you got a career, business, whatever the case may be, it takes good health, energy, physical fit, right? So we're going to be talking about things of that nature, but most importantly, we're going to talk about ways of making more profits in your life. The fusionnetwork.com, the Fusion Network. Right now, I'm told that we're going from $0 to $1 million. There's nothing built up. This is the first time I'm talking about the Fusion Network. And what we're doing is I'm giving people the opportunity to join the group so they can get more information about the Fusion Network, so they can get my training video once a week. I'll be dropping a training video once a week, a detailed training video. The training videos could go anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half once per week. Solid information that's really going to help you to get to the next level in your life of where you need to be. That's the Fusion Network. Now, there's two ways to get access to the Fusion Network group. I'm going to put the link in the comments below this video. I'm going to put a link in the comments below this video, but you can also text New Habits to 38. Oh, hold on. I don't even remember. I never remember. I never remember. 38740. I think that's it. Text New Habits to 38740. And I'm also going to drop the link in the comment section below this video. I think it's 38. I think I said that right. Now, this is the cool thing about internet marketing too. So I'm doing this from my home office, right? Business. Probably takes me all of 30 minutes to talk with you guys. That was business for the day. All right, whether you guys join the Fusion Network group or whether you guys share the message, business has just been accomplished. Whatever your business is, whatever your skill is, your career, whatever you're teaching in order to get customers, right? Think about this platform to do that. Think about what just happened right now to do that for your business, right? How can you make that happen for your business? Yeah, 38470. Text new habits to 38470. And what's going to happen is I'm going to text you back. I'm going to text you back. You're going to get 3 PDFs for free. It's my 10K a month profit building worksheet. It's my how to dominate Facebook and build a successful brand worksheet. And it's also how to create a positioning promise worksheet. And there's also an offer for $97 for you to join the Fusion Network. Now, what's happening is the Fusion Network, over the course of this year, the Fusion Network is going to grow into a platform that's going to have multiple levels of education. But right now, it's just a one-time fee of $97 to join our private group. Now, when you join our private group, once per week, I'm going to be dropping a new training video that's going to give tons of information and value about internet marketing. One second, folks. Gotta change something real quick. Cool. So you're gonna get that private link. So you can do the text, or you can simply go to the link that I just put in on the video. Bang. All right, one of the two. So the Fusion Network over the time, that's what we're growing into. It's going to be a multi-platform with several different levels of education. It's going to be bananas. But right now, you're going to watch this process, or you're going to be a part of this process. We're going to go from 0 to 1 million in 12 months. That's how hard we're working. That's how much effort we're putting in. Every night I'm going to be right here giving this message. Again, you can share this message. You can come back to this message just to get some motivation. The dynamics will be the same, but it will switch up, right? The dynamics will be the same, but it'll switch up. We're still going to talk about education, exposure, and experience, but we're going to break all those different areas down over the course of the next few months. We're going to come back every night. Right now, what we're in building mode, okay? We're in building mode, and we're making things happen. So people are either going to be a part of that movement or they're going to watch that movement. You decide. Right now, the Fusion Network group is just $97 to get access to the group. My first video will be out later this week. The videos are about hour and a half, where we're just training on different aspects of internet marketing, how you can apply it to your business, how you can apply it to your life, wherever you want to apply it to. It's totally up to you. Okay? Totally up to you. Everybody's joining all sorts of stuff now. So it looks like I'm gonna have to do this a little later at night to get everybody on here. This is pretty cool, guys. But as you see right now, it's been bouncing. I think the most we had on tonight was 15 people. And that's exciting stuff because I want you to keep coming back and watching the growth of the people that watch this. Watch the growth of the viewers that watch this. And I'm going to show you how you can literally go from 0 to 1 million utilizing internet marketing, just simply using one platform, Facebook, right now. And that's just one platform, right? There is hundreds of other platforms you can utilize. Imagine utilizing them all at the same time, right? Getting yourself more exposure and branding. There's a few thousand people here on Facebook. There's a few thousand people on my fan page. There's a few thousand people on Instagram. There's almost 100 people on Twitter. And different Pinterest, a couple of hundred people on Pinterest, but those things are going to keep growing. The exposure is going to keep growing. And what happens is you get exposed all over the country. You get exposed all over the world. And when you know what your audience is and you narrow it down super specifically, that's how you really change the dynamics of your business and your life. Seriously. Even with affiliate marketing or marketing your own stuff, whatever the case may be, the internet is where it's at. You just got to know what you're doing. Right now, it's so saturated. There's so much information. And if you don't really have a clear-cut maybe mentor or mission to get the job done, it could be rough. But the Fusion Network, that's what we're looking to do, where health and wealth are combined. It's going to be a dope movement, and I want you guys to either watch this process or be a part of the process, which you got your opportunity to. So you can go to the link that's in the chat, or you can just simply text New Habits to 3874. I think I said that right? 38470. So text New Habits to 38470, or simply go to the link in the chat. If you guys got any questions, you can throw them at me. I'm pretty much done for the night. I don't want to give you too much. I don't want to keep you here too long either, because I know how people's attention spans be. Sometimes they just be like, yo, I'm done. I'm about to go watch a movie, right? But I want you guys to focus. Seriously, whatever you're doing, wherever you're at in life, that shift, the change, is going to be learning something different. Understand that you are who you are. You are where you are right now because of the information that you know. You are where you are right now because of the decisions that you've made, right? If you aren't where you want to be, it's simply because you haven't learned how to become that person that's going to get those results. That's the difference. That's the shift, right? The guy you're seeing in front of you wasn't always the guy in front of you, right? If you would have saw me 10 years ago, you'd be like, that is not the Mike Williams I know. But I read a couple of books. I met the right people. I learned some really good information that helped me literally do a 180 in my life and really change. To literally go from a 2-bedroom apartment to a 3,000 square foot home. Go from 0 to 7K in 14 days, utilizing this cool thing we call the internet. Every day that you're sharing all this goofy stuff on the internet, the people make more money than I am. That's utilizing the same platform to create wealth, right? Instead of tearing people down, they're creating wealth. Okay? Instead of tearing people down, they're building people up. You could be on that same team. You could be doing the same thing. You can be getting the same results. But it's all up to you. It's a decision that you have to make. So you got 2 opportunities to be a part of the Fusion Network. Like I said, we're going from 0 to 1 million. You could either watch or you can be a part of it. It's totally up to you. The link's in the chat. And you could also text New Habits to 38470. If there's no questions, my friends, it's 10:07. I'm going to make this thing come to a close, and I'm going to see you guys tomorrow night. Peace.